Hello, Traffic Committee members. I'm Ron Goralski. I'm the chair of Bicycle Friendly Farmington, as well as a member of the town's Bicycle Advisory Committee. I see you rolling your eyes over there. Oh no, not him again, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, it's me again. I'd like to talk briefly about share the road signage versus bicycles may use full lane signage, or BMUFL. Studies have shown that drivers interpret share the road signs as meaning that vehicles and bikes are to share the lane side by side. Further proof of this is a frustrated motorist who often acts irrationally when a cyclist is in the portion of the lane. Bicycles may use full lane signage indicates to the motorist that a person on a bicycle has the right to the lane if it's unsafe for the motorist to squeeze by the cyclist. Adding sharrows to the pavement reinforces to both parties that this is the safest place to pedal until either the vehicle passes the cyclist or the road opens up to allow at least a 3-foot buffer between the motor vehicle and the bicycle. In Connecticut, a motorist can cross over the double yellow line to pass a slower moving vehicle. You'll often see this when a postal vehicle, tractor, garbage truck, or landscaping trailer is in the roadway. Even the Federal Highway Association states that research has shown that the share the road message, when applied to bicyclists, does not adequately communicate the responsibilities of either user group on the roadway. Road users are unclear whether share the road means that drivers should give space when passing or that bicyclists should pull to the side to allow drivers to pass. Where bicyclists are expected or preferred to use the full lane, that message is more clearly communicated with bicycles may use full lane signage, supplemented by share lane markings or sharrows, as appropriate. Using a portion of the travel lane is not a new concept. So beginning next year, I'll be part of a pilot program through Watch For Me Connecticut. That's a state-funded outreach organization. I'll be teaching new drivers how to react to bicyclists in the roadway, as well as reviewing Connecticut's bicycle safety laws. We also plan on expanding the program to senior centers. In the near future, Farmington's 5th graders will take part in a week-long bicycle safety curriculum. That will teach them proper lane positioning that is in line with those set forth by the League of American Bicyclists. I realize that most of you probably don't ride your bikes on the road. We're lucky to live in this area where we can pedal north to the Mass border or from Southington to New Haven without venturing onto the roadways. Bike trails aren't for everyone, though. They don't always connect to where the cyclist is traveling. Let's take a short field trip together. So here I am, I'll be taking a left onto Red Oak Hill Road. So Connecticut state law tells us that cyclists may ride in or near the middle of the travel lane when it's not safe to ride on the far right side of the road. And you can see an example of that right here. Cyclists should ride in the travel lane to avoid hazards and when the road is too narrow for cars and bikes to proceed safely side by side. And here's a perfect example. This is exactly what you would do if there were a bicycle positioned right there. You would look ahead of you, wait until it's clear, and pass the bicyclist. The right 2 feet of the pavement should generally be avoided. This is where debris collects, pavement cracks. You'll find sticks and rocks and all sorts of hazards, and that can cause a cyclist to crash. Curbs, the edge of the pavement, or the seam between the asphalt and the gutter can also cause a crash. Let's take a turn here and pull over for a moment. Here's a good spot. Let's talk a little more. Let's talk about the lanes. Leaving 9 feet or so of space between your body and the center line is enough to encourage motorists to squeeze through. And that's what you don't want. Small cars are about 6 feet wide. SUVs can be over 7 feet wide. Trucks and utility trailers are 8.5 feet wide. And extended mirrors on trucks can increase that width even more. This is why a 12-foot lane is considered substandard, and the law specifically allows a cyclist the use of it, the full use of it. Now remember, every road has a slightly different character, but generally speaking, you want to use enough lane that passing motorists can see from a distance that they must change lanes or wait to pass. On a 2-lane road, I stay a little right of center. I want to facilitate visibility and the ability to pass efficiently while discouraging unsafe passing. So there's actually a method to the madness of taking the lane. You do not want traffic to try to squeeze past you in that same narrow lane. So you're probably thinking, what about those delays in traffic flow? All road users routinely and legally delay other road users. Impeding is when a driver delays others in a particular way that has been defined by the state to be unlawful. A motorist waiting to make a left turn from a 2-lane street will delay motorists behind him. Buses stop to pick up and drop off passengers. Pedestrians and crosswalks delay motorists who are required to yield to them. Convenience must take a back seat to safety. It's rare for a bicyclist to cause more than 30 seconds of delay to passing motorists. On the other hand, traffic lights are often as long as 2 minutes. Delay from rush hour traffic jams can be measured in minutes or hours. And as I've written on numerous occasions, maybe the presence of more bikes will serve as a built-in road calming measure. You know what, friends? As odd as it may seem, when I advocate for safer bike routes, I don't really have the club riders in mind. They're mostly an experienced group. They'll ride how they feel is safest for them. We urge them to follow the rules of the road, and most do, some do not. But Personally, I have little control over that. I'm fighting for the recreational cyclist, the fitness rider, the commuter, the person who pedals to run errands, the teen trying to get to work, to school, or a friend's house. That person who'll get a new bike in the next week and wants to pedal from his driveway to the trail. Well, you now sit here with your finger on the domino. If you tap it the right way, there are other bike-friendly communities waiting to tip it in the same direction. Let's follow the lead of many of America's most celebrated bicycle-friendly communities. To my right is West District School, and you can see how there's no shoulder whatsoever. And look at this, here we go again. What if this was a bicycle? What would you do? You would give plenty of room, cross the double yellow line, and pass. Just as you would for a truck or another vehicle on the side of the road. It's pretty much as simple as that. That vehicle was at a standstill. I had plenty of time to recognize it, to slow down, and to react accordingly. Just as a driver will when presented with a bicyclist in its view. So, I thank you very much for your time. And let's hope we can get together and take a little ride. Maybe in the springtime, huh? All right. Take care, everyone.